Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kraken here, aka Donovan. Today I am going to be showing you guys how I make my Fragmovies. All you're gonna need is a recording software. What I use is OBS Studios. Then you gotta use Highlight. I'm gonna open it up for you. So Highlight. That download link will be down in the description. Same with OBS download link. So you're gonna need this. Once you download it, you're gonna have to go to Development, Developer, Custom Loader. Then you go to Browse, and then what's going to show is your hook source. You want to put the AFX hook source, this, into the thing, so I'm going to cancel it since I already have that. Then you go to Browse, Compath, then you go to Local Disk, Program x86, and Steam Apps, Common, Global Offensive, then press CSGO. After you do that, you press OK, but I'm not going to show you that right away because I'm going to show you guys like some with the command. I'm going to show you like commands that you're going to want to use. I'm going to have like all the commands down in the description. Ow, that was my elbow. I have a specific folder for all this, so commands right here. This is going to be in the description, and I also have my config. I have different configs for each map. I'm also going to have a download link to that. So basically, after you do that, after you have the hook source and everything, you could just press OK. But what I do is launch CSGO, do the same browse thing, doesn't matter about this, then launch. I actually should have opened up OBS Studios, but I should be good since I could just open it up later because it's in my little taskbar. So I'm going to wait for this to load up, and then I'll see you guys then. Okay, so CSGO is loaded up, and you should see this right here. You're going to press escape out of that. You can't go into like any competitive games at all because if you do, you'll most likely get a ban. But what I like to do is go to options, go to game settings. Wait, no, not game settings, silly me. But video settings, then you go to 16:9. But I like to go full screen window. Right now, that's what my thing looks like when I'm actually playing the game. I'm gonna open up OBS Studios. So OBS Studios has opened up, as you can see, and this is a little bit what it looks like. So go ahead if you can copy it. But right now I'm gonna show you guys how I basically do mine. So with all my videos, I always save it like after. Sorry. With all my little clips, I always save it if I think it's a good game because I go to watch, and you always want to save in your matches. But then it's gonna go to download, which it is here. So that's not one of my best, but I'm gonna go to my most recent one that I feel like I did really good on. That is my overpass one. And so what I like to do is I grab my phone. I always take a picture of like the rounds I have. So you take a picture. Once I do that, I go to watch on Go TV. And soon when I load in, I'm going to pull up my all my commands, and I'm gonna show you guys all the commands and like steps you have to do. Okay, so it has loaded up, and now all I have to do is I'm gonna pause it for right now, and I'm gonna type in my config. So exec config overpass 1, and that's gonna pop up like this. And so what I always do is I go to help and options, video settings, HUD size, and bring it all the way up so it looks like that. And that's really all I change. And as you can see, the view kind of changes, like the gun's a little bit farther away. And now I'm gonna pull up my little notes right here, and basically the first thing you always do to get like so that only your kills show up is merv underscore death message debug 1. And then I'm just gonna play through this, wait until my character comes up. As you see, my guy's up. I'm gonna watch him, and just you'll see what happens from there. And then there's a guy, and I'm gonna try killing him. I do, and as you see, it's right here. So then I'm the attacker. That's what you want to do. If it's when you die, you want to look for victim. So I'm attacker 6. So then after you do that, you're gonna have to do merv underscore death message block exclamation part, and the number, so 6 spacebar, that little star here, I don't know what it's called, enter. And then after you do that, it's to get so that the death message highlights, like if you're playing an actual game and it has that red highlighting thing, you do merv underscore death message highlight ID. Oh shoot, I messed that up. So like that, and then 6, so it's basically gonna look like that, and that should be fine. And now what I do is I go over, as you can see, like my death didn't show up, and now what I do is I check my phone, I see what round I did good on. So this particular round is round 8, so I'm gonna go head over to round 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I make sure OBS Studios pops up like this, and I'm gonna hit record on that. So record right away. I'm gonna wait for it to start recording. So record. Oh, and this sometimes happens. I hate it when this happens. So yeah, I'll get right back with you. Okay, so I'm back. I figured out the problem. So as you can see now, what I do is I play this in a one at a normal speed at first, so I can get like the audio, like the gunshots and everything. I had it so where I accidentally mess up on the audio, where it sounds like it was my second frag movie that I tried making, where it, oh shoot, I just messed up, where I accidentally put in some different parts. Fast one. I accidentally didn't record like the audio. So as you see, I'm shooting, and right there you see the top. It has the red. It's like highlighted and everything. It's on. I'm just gonna wait for this to finish, and then I'll see you guys when I'm done. You always want to put it to 25% speed. This is for the action. If you do this instead of like having that one part, it'll go a lot. The frames will be a lot faster and everything. And so what I do to keep like the kills like all together is I put in what I do is I put in death message merv underscore death message SFG notice lifetime 99. That extends the time of the time period of how long that kill is up on the screen. So that's basically what happens. And yeah, now what I do is press F5 so that the overlay's gone, and I just record it. So and I will see you guys when I am done with this. Alright, so After Effects is opened up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag in the scene where it takes the motion from, not the volume. Hold on, I got an itch in my ear. So just the motion. So basically this part. You want to drag in this part where it's just the motion, like I said, just motion. Drag it into here. I'm gonna shorten it to where I think is good, like so here. where I start actually getting into action, because there's a point where you gotta do some stuff, and right about here I'm gonna have it so where I'm going up the steps. Right here is good. So come here, and what I like to do is, what you have to do, Control D to duplicate it, and you're gonna unhide this one. No, wait, you're unhiding the bottom one. Well, you're hiding it, and with this one, you're gonna want to type in on effects and presets, curves, and drag it in, and then you want to find it to a spot where you like it the most. So what I usually have it at is around here. So like around here is a good spot, and then I'm gonna press save, but I'm gonna call it, and as you can see I have a preset meant for cache. Instead of that I'm gonna say overpass, and because I like that. So once you do that, you go to back to effects and preset, you type in hue, and then you put the hue in saturation. You find like a good area where like there's a good hue at, I like around 18 actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I like 18. That looks pretty nice. I'm gonna keep messing around it. It's all up to you guys what you guys want it to look like. Right now I'm actually gonna have it at 16. That actually looks really nice. So after you do that, you can hide it, and you unhide the bottom one. Now you do hue saturation again, but with this one, with the master saturation, you put it to -100. Now you go back to what you call it, effects and preset, type in levels, and you want to grab the levels part. After you do that, you want to have it so that only the sky shows. So like it'll show a little bit of that, of like the bottom ground. That is because of the sky's kind of gonna reflect off of it. So once you do that, you can go to glow, and just drag and glow. It's all up to you. You can choose what it looks like. I'm kind of gonna somewhat sharpen the sky glow. There we go. And then now you go to color A and B. You want to make color A orange. So like this, and then actually a little bit oranger. Color B red. So I like to have color B somewhat orange and red combined, instead of like fully red, so it looks like that. And then you go to glow colors. You put that to A and B. So then now you just mess around with there's hold area, radius, and the glow intensity. So that seems like a good area. As you can see, some of the face stickers, phase up, will actually light up too. So once you do that, now all you have to do is, and you think it's good, you go to screen. You can unhide the one at the top, drag the bottom one up to the top, and as you can see, it's somewhat changed, but you can still mess around from here. I'm gonna make it a little bit orangish here, or you can unhide it again and redo it. So I'm gonna kind of have the orange pop out more, so it looks like this a little bit. Yeah, so that there's more orange in the sky, and you can still mess around with it. I like to have it like that. Intensity, I don't like to have the intensity as much in it. And now you can unhide this, and then in the end of it, it'll look like this. You have like the nice kind of like orange sky. You got a nice reflection off of it. So like as you can see, you have a nice reflection. So far I have not had these in any of my Fragmovies. I have not since I'm on Thanksgiving break, I found out that I've gathered the time up to learn this, and now, as you guys can see, I actually know how to use it. So this is going to be in my future frag movies with the orange sky. I've been noticing that FaZe Clan, Vire, CSGO, a lot of like pro CSGO frag movie makers do this. So that's what I'm doing. And so what I do is you want to click on all of them, so that you don't get like an extra space of black bars. You want to click on all three. If this will just work, you want to select all three. I like to go to add to media encoder like right away, and what I do is once I do that, media encoder will pop up, and instead of like messing with all the settings in the render queue area, I feel like it's easier using media encoder to render everything, because I have like these presets through my Premiere Pro that will occur into Adobe Creative Cloud. You'll see everything. Alright, it took some time, but it did show up. So what I always go to is I click on this, and it's going to connect to dynamic link servers. It has finished. Now what this is going to pop up. Don't be afraid to see this. What I always do is it's already going to have custom for me, but what you want to do is width and height 1920 by 1080, frame rate 60, profile high, level 4.2, bitrate encoding VBR 1 pass, target bitrate 16, maximum bitrate 50, and then you want to check out use max render quality and find like folder. I have a specific folder that I like to have it in. It is called the movement for Fragmovies. As you can see, I have one demo, but that doesn't really look good. That was supposed to be for an old one. So now I'm just gonna press OK, and then I'll click on it, and it's gonna render. So I will see you guys when it's done, and then I'll see you guys when it's done. Okay, so the video has finished rendering, so I'm gonna actually play it for you guys so we can see how well it looks. So right here, my opinion, it looks pretty well. It looks pretty good. I like how the sky looks, everything. But that black bars, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of that. I'll figure out sometime soon, but I can always edit that out from out of my I'm gonna save this. Overpass. Actually, I don't need to save it. I already have something good. So now what we do. Well, what I do is I go to Sony Vegas Pro. I have 13, totally not hacked. Same with After Effects and Premiere Pro and Photoshop. But I have nothing hacked. I bought all mine legit, totally. But now what you do is, as you can see, this is open up. I drag the video in. Sorry, I felt like I needed to burp. And now that this is in, I'm gonna edit out the part where it has the black bars. So here. So that's where it started. Get rid of that. And here. Black bar is gone. Yay! It's now just the motion. So in my opinion, it looks pretty good. Here it says a little bit of black bar. Here we go. We're good now, because now it went off. So now after you do that, you import your the motion part now, and then you import the sound part, which is probably the most important. These are the two like most important ones, obviously, as you can think. So what I always do is, usually it's most accurate when you go by the kill feed. So that's what I usually do. I go until my character, like the guy, gets a kill, and it'll appear like right there. Now I shrink it. I press U to get rid of the video. I find that that same part and look for where the kill feed first pops up. So right about and there. So right there, I do the same thing. Go back, press U, delete the sound this time, but I hold Control and drag it so that it goes full speed. So it's gonna be a little bit laggy. That's what happens a lot. So it's a little bit laggy there. But now after you do that, you hold down Shift, press G, and I like to have it so where it's like the gunshots and everything. So right here, that's where it's gonna end up, and boop, and start shooting everything. And I have a preset for my overpass thing. I'm not going to show you the Premiere Pro part because I have not yet, because I use finishing touches on Premiere Pro, but I don't want to show that because I would have to render this out, and it's not that complicated. Really, the only things I add is those black bars that show up during the cinematic scenes, the who it is, like Donovan, blah blah, like Kraken, Cheesy, Evan. I'm gonna have like my Golden Nova friends being appeared, but I always have like a preset. So what I do is I go to computer RGB to studio RGB, and then I edit from there. But I have a preset here, and what I do is I always go over to my other monitor. You guys can't see it right now, so I'm gonna actually flop it over. So properties. Now it's gonna go over to the second monitor. I hope it'll show. Yeah, it shows the second monitor. Sorry, it's not like big enough, but it's gonna show the second monitor. I'm going to adjust some of it since I have, as you guys saw, I have changed a lot of things, so it's gonna look a little bit different. So I'm actually gonna have this at 1, and all it is the darkness changing. As you guys can see, I kind of like it at 1.22. Starting output, let's have that at 0. So at the end of it, it looks pretty clean, looks nice. I like it like this. And yeah, and what I usually do is, let me put it back to my main monitor, properties, and number 1. So as you guys can see, I have the preset right here, and now what I do is I save it because that's most likely going to be the presets of my old ones. And yeah, that's basically it for the tutorial. Actually, no, I'm going to show you how I rendered it out. So when you're done with it, you press render as, and it's going to show up. I'm just going to wait, be patient. I have like the show favorite, so I'm going to show you guys what this property looks like. So custom template. What I go to is right here, the Sony AV, the Sony AV-EC to -MVC internet, 1920 by 1080, 30 FPS. We're going to change that. So after you do this, you want to change the frame rate to this, and you bring this all the way down here, and you come to audio. That's fine. Project, you use the best there. So just copy these titles. So I'm gonna wait for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're done. You can change the template name. You save it. And what I like to do is I star it so that it shows favorites. So like as you can see, finish render is my thing. So that is it for today, guys. Hope you enjoy. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't subscribed, and do share with friends. If you do want to see like any other tutorials, like my OBS studio settings and all that, comment down in the description, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.